Today we're going to learn about our favorite part of shopping, and that's when we find a discount. Whenever you go shopping and you see a discount on an item, that is a pretty great find, right? So what we're going to learn today is actually how to calculate the sale price of an item after a discount or markdown, and then we're also going to talk about how to determine what is the better buy. But finding the sale price is something that we do all the time. We go to the store, we see something marked down at 25%. They don't tell you what the price actually is. But after this lesson, when you go to the store and you see that something is marked at 25 or 30% or whatever the discount percent is, you're going to know exactly what to do. You're going to know how to pull out your phone if you need a calculator and calculate what that percent is. So let's get into the vocab so we can get into some examples. A discount, which is considered a markdown. So we learned about markups in the last lesson, but a discount is considered a markdown, is the amount by which the regular price of an item is reduced. So rather than adding like we did with tax tips and markups, this time we're actually going to subtract. Okay, so our discounted price, or our total cost in this case, okay, is going to be equal to the original price minus, excuse that line, minus your discount amount. And your discount amount is going to be equal to a percent of the original price. So if it's a 25% discount on a $10 item, it's going to be $2.50 off of that $10 item, so we're going to end up getting it for $7.50 before tax. Okay, so we're going to have method 1 and method 2 for this as well. So again, you could always do your total cost as the percent paid of the original price. And we'll talk about that more in the examples, but for example, if I find that something is 20% off, that means I'm actually paying 80% of the original price. So instead of calculating 20% of that item and then subtracting it from the original price, I could just calculate 80% of the original price and have my answer right there as to how much I'm actually paying. So again, we'll have a method 1 and method 2 in these examples, and you'll get to choose what you're more comfortable with. Alright, so let's start with an example. A box of golf balls sells for $20. If this week it is on sale for 30% off the original price, what is the sale price of the set? So we know that we're going to have a method 1 and a method 2, so I'm going to split my slide in half. Alright, and let's start with method 1. Alright, method 1. So here I know that these golf balls are 30% off of $20. So the first thing I need to do is calculate my discount amount. So I know my discount amount, again, that's going to be 30% of 20. So to calculate that, again, using the percent equation, that's going to be 0.3 multiplied by 20. Well, 0.3 multiplied by 20 is going to be 6. Okay, so that means that my discount is going to be $6. So then the next thing I need to do is find out what my sale price is. And I'm actually going to interrupt this right here to go back. Alright, total cost, which is also your sale price, alright, is definitely the original minus the discount amount. So I go back, my sale price, well, I started out with these golf balls costing $20, so that's going to be my original price minus my discount. So in this case, it's going to be $20 minus $6. So my final answer is that these golf balls cost $14. What a deal, right? So we went from $20 to $14, not bad. There you go. So let's take a look at method 2. So method 2 would say to me that, okay, let's talk about our total cost, or our sale price in this case. So we know that our sale price is actually going to be 100% of the original cost minus 20% of the original cost. 30%. Right, let's rewrite that. Okay. Minus 30% of the original cost. So in this case, I know that my sale price is going to be 70% of the original. So my sale price is going to be equal to 70% of the original. So that's going to be 70% of $20, or in other words, 0.7 multiplied by 20. So 0.7 multiplied by 20 is going to be 14. So right there, I get to my final answer, and I know that my sale price is $14. So again, two ways of approaching the same problem. You can definitely choose what's more comfortable to you. For time's sake, I'm going to take method 1 and use that for the video. But method 2 is definitely something that I'll allude to, so that if you want to try, you can always pause and try method 2 and see if you get the same answer. Okay? Next example. Sandra is buying decorations for a party. She wants to buy a set of balloons. The original cost of the balloons is $39, but the store is offering a 25% discount. What is the sale price of the balloons, including a 5.75% tax? So here we are making it a little more difficult, because really in reality when you go to the store you don't just pay the discounted price, you pay the discounted price plus a sales tax. So let's take a look at how we're going to calculate this. I know there's two parts to this problem. Alright, so when I go ahead and attack this problem, I know part 1, I'm going to need to find my sale price. And within that there's 2 steps that happens unless I use method 2. Part 2, I'm going to need to find my total with tax. And that's going to take me back to day 1 of the last 2 parts of the video, where that was sales tax and tip. And to find sales tax price, or your total with sales tax, you're going to find your tax and then you're going to add it to the total price from what you calculated your tax out of. So I know that this is a 2-part problem. Each part, legitimately speaking, could be 2 steps long. Okay, so let's start with part 1. And I'm going to keep that off to the side to remember that this is what I'm doing. So the first thing I want to do is I'm going to find my sales price. So my sale price is what I'm working on right here. And I know that my discount, okay, amount is equal to 25% of 39. So again, using the equation method, this is going to be 0.25 multiplied by 39, and I hope you're following along with your calculator. I am pausing a little bit this time to give you a chance to calculate. Alright, so I get that that is 9.75. Alright, so then to find my sale price, I know that if my original price was 39, it's going to be my original minus my discount. So in this case, it's going to be 39 minus 9.75. All right, so I'm going to get that my sale price is $29.25. So now I can take that value, because that's going to be the value that I'm actually going to be taxed on. I'm not going to be taxed on the 39. I'm going to always be taxed on my sale price, and I'm going to tax that. So the next thing I need to do is find my total with tax. Okay, so my total with tax, the first thing I need to do is find my tax amount. Now my tax amount is equal to 5.75% of, and again, I want that sale price, so in this case it's $29.25. Okay, so to calculate that, again, using the equation method, that's going to be 0.0575 multiplied by 29.25. Make that 5 better. So when I calculate that, I'm going to get a really long decimal, but remember, whenever we're working with money, we always round to the hundredth place, and we typically round up because chances are the stores are going to have their system set up to round up so that they're making money rather than losing money. So we're going to get $1.68 is our sales tax amount. So to find our total cost now, or our final price, that's going to be our selling price, which is the discounted price, plus our tax. So in this case, I have 29.25 plus 1.68. So my final answer is going to be here that this is going to cost me, when all is said and done, $30.93. So I started out with an item that was $39. It was discounted down to $29.25, and then I had to add the taxes, which brought it back up to $30.93, but I'm still getting a deal on it. All right, now if you had used method 2 at any point along the way, over here you would have been calculating 75% of this, and then over here you would have been calculating 105.75% of that. Okay? All right, let's go to the next example. Rosa buys a cell phone that is on sale for 60% off. If the sale price is $79.98, what is the original price? So here's where we're going to be looking for an original price. Okay? We know what the sale price is. We don't know what the original price is, but we know that the original price is 60% off. Is 60% off, which brings us back to that $79.98. So here is a problem where using your percent equation and method 2 is actually going to be a little bit easier. But if we use our method 1, we're going to eventually get to the answer. You can also use proportion method here, which would be just as easy as using method 2. So let's take a look at proportion method. So if we remember the proportion, I'm going to abbreviate proportion for propn with an N there, okay? I know that using a proportion, I know that part out of whole equals the percent out of 100. Or in a sale situation, okay, your sale price out of your original price, okay, should equal to the amount paid, or the percent paid out of 100. Okay, so in this case we know that we paid $79.98 out of some original price. Okay, it was on sale for 60% off, so the price that was actually paid was 40% out of 100. She didn't pay 60%, she paid 40% of the original price. So we solve this using a proportion. So we're going to cross multiply. I'm going to get 40x is equal to 7,998. I'm going to divide by 40 on each side. That's going to give me that x is equal to $199.95. Okay, so I know that if I discounted $199.95 by 60% off, my price that I'm actually going to pay is $79.98. Okay, so let's take a look at using method 2, which was the equation method. Okay, and then in this case, I know that I am paying 60% off of the sale price. So I'm actually paying 60% off of the original price. I'm actually paying 40% of some value, and that is going to be $79.98 once again. So in this case, 40% of some number that I don't know is going to equal to $79.98. So to isolate my variable here, I'm going to divide by 0.4 on each side, and I'm going to get 199.95. So again, 95. So my final price is $199.95. Okay? So I think we're actually ready for the problem of the day. Your problem of the day for today, 2 problems. What is the selling price of a $120 pair of pants that has a 30% discount? And Mr. Howitz's ugly sweater costs $35 but is on sale for an 18% discount. If there's a 3% tax, what is the selling price? That last example that we did, that's something that we're going to do more practice with tomorrow, all right, and the day after, obviously. But give these 2 problems of the day a good try, and we'll go over them tomorrow. All right, have a good evening.